Hey guys, Julie Salant, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am thrilled that you are here. I am a spiritual teacher. I help people find their gifts, bring them into alignment, and help them with their soul mission here on planet Earth. And I am thrilled that you are here. I am doing a bit of a different video today. This is for everyone, especially for the master numbers, the 11, 22s, 33s, but really it's for everyone. Um, and the reason I'm doing it is because I've had a couple of personal epiphanies lately in the last week that I wanted to share with you. I was super sick this last week, still getting over it, but it's so much better than it was. And it was one of those things where everything just stopped. I couldn't do any online work. I couldn't check anything. I couldn't send out an email. I couldn't meet with clients. I couldn't do anything. And it kind of brought me to my knees physically, and a lot of stuff came up for me. So I really believe that this was something that was preordained and pre-orchestrated for me to help me, because coming out of it, I am a much different person than I was going into it even a week earlier. And I thought that some of what I had been through would be helpful for you. As you guys know, I always try to give you my epiphanies, my thoughts, because I know that they'll help you guys. So what I wanted to do was, this is going to be kind of personal, but what I tell you, I think will help you. And I am sure, I know that some of you are going through this and you may need to hear what I have to say. It's all positive, but it will help you move forward if you're struggling right now with anything, whether it be personal, professional, spiritually, physically, no matter what. And the first point is, what you feel means everything. And when I say that, I know I've talked about this in many videos, and if you have not seen them, what I say to everyone is, you're a divine sentient being, and what you feel goes out into the world, right? And the universe feels that energy, right? And then brings it back to you tenfold. So that's why when they say the universe is always listening, it is. So if you are vibrating in a lower level with frustration, anger, sadness, I'm unhappy with where I am, I don't like what's happening, I don't feel like I should be here or there, or whatever the case may be, that's all going out into the world like a beacon. The universe hears that, and everyone around you, and the animals included, feel what you're feeling, right? And then they send it back to you. Versus if you are in a higher vibration of, I am happy where I'm at, I love what I'm doing, I have gratitude for this life, you know, I'm really grateful for what I'm going through because I know that it's really going to help others and myself. That also goes out into the world, and then the universe hears and then brings you, oh, you want more of the good stuff? Let me bring it to you. Basically, whatever you send out vibrationally, you get back tenfold. But the point is, what you feel means everything. And a lot of you may feel like you are unhappy with where you are. And just to give you a little example, for me, I don't know if it's been like a month. I moved into a different place. And this was, where I am now is not where I wanted to be. Where I was before, I loved. I was right on the beach. Every single day, I could just open up my door and there was the ocean. I could hear it at night. I'm just an ocean person. And so the sea really is a big deal for me. It's very calming, it's very healing, therapeutic. And for me to have that every day, I knew it was a luxury, but I loved where I was. Being here, farther away, and in a totally different complex, feeling as though this is beneath me, this isn't where I should be. Where I am now is kind of like where I was when I first started out a long time ago. So I feel like, have you ever felt like where you're at, it's just like, you know, this isn't my taste. I'm beyond this. Like, why am I here? And I deserve better, that sort of thing. I'm beyond, like, what? So I was away from the ocean. I didn't like where I was, but yeah, I had to sign a year lease because literally where I live, the inventory is like changed so much. There's really, the prices have skyrocketed so much, it's hard to find a place to live that's even affordable. So for me to be on the beach, I looked at a few places, but when I say they were like unsafe, it wasn't somewhere where I could be. So this is of course safe, but it's nice, it's cute. It's just not my taste. It's not my standard. It's kind of like, as you go through life, let's just say that when you first start out, your 20s, whatever, what works for you doesn't work in your 30s, doesn't work in your 40s, that type of thing. Because your taste changes and you grow, right? You make more money and you change. So I was feeling like, I don't like it here. This isn't me. Why is this happening? Ugh, right? That type of thing. And so it really upset me a lot and bothered me. And I really had to get to a place where it's like, I feel like I don't belong here. And what I want to say to you is you might be in the same place, and it could be professionally too. You could be in a job where, it's really not you. It's not what you want to be. It's not what you want to do. It could be one of those jobs that's just, hey, you're just doing it to bring some money in to keep things going until your side hustle turns into a full-time, or maybe you've just hit on some hard times, whatever. But we all go through times in our lives when we're not where we want to be. And it can be also with your body, right? It can be physically as well, where you could be not where you want to be physically. You could be too heavy, or you could be too light and you need to bring more muscle, right? Have that. So we all go through these things. The point is that what you feel matters. So you have a choice in this type of situation. And this is what I realized. I can grumble about this, get mad about it, hate it, fear, anger, frustration. What the hell? Why is this bad? Right? And every day I'm sending that out into the world. What does that do for me? Nothing. It actually hurts me. It just comes back to me full force and it reinforces it, right? And then I'm in a loop I can't get out of. And loops suck. I teach on loops. So does my colleague. And loops are things that everyone has, and we have many of them, but they're usually not productive loops. You can have productive ones. The key is you have to see the ones that aren't productive, get rid of them, and then re-engineer them. The better way to do this is to say, okay, what can this teach me? Right? So that's what I did. I went in and I was like, okay, I'm going to meditate on this. I'm going to ask God. I'm going to ask my angels. I'm going to ask my guides. Why is this happening? And this is what I found out. I found out that where you are is not where you'll end up. This is temporary. I signed a year lease. It's okay. My goal in doing that is to secure myself a safe place to live. Done. It's safe, it's clean, whatever. I can still go to the beach. It's 15 minutes away. It's okay, right? But in the meantime, use this as rocket fuel to really push myself to be as successful as I can possibly be, so that the next time or whenever I get the chance to have another place, or if it's land, in the forest, wherever it is, it'll be exactly what I want. It won't be something I don't want, or it'll be much, much closer to what I want it to be, right? So use this as fuel. And what that means is you have to say, it's okay. What God told me was, here's the big one. No matter where I put you, you will thrive. Think about that for a second. No matter where I put you, you will thrive. That's huge. And I realized that. I was like, you know what? He's right. This isn't going to stop me. It's not going to slow me down. It will if I don't embrace it and say, it's okay. I'm here. It's okay. But I'm safe. I have a clean place. I have a roof over my head, right? I can work. I have free TV. It's good. So it's like, you're okay, Julie, right? things could be so much worse, right? Look at the Ukraine. So you will thrive no matter what. And I really felt that. And I also felt as though, my colleague Julia says, you shouldn't take ownership of things, right? We don't want to take ownership of things because then the things own us. That's not always true, but it does happen a lot. And I am starting to learn how to let things go. And if you're so attached to your place or your job, like this applies to a lot of people for their jobs, because the first thing that we ask people is, so what do you do? Oh, so you are what your job is. So for someone like me, who this is who I am. It's not what I do. This is who I am, right? I'm a healer, I'm a light worker, all those things. If you say, hey, Julie, you're not a very good animal communicator, you're not a very good healer, that used to really upset me because that is who I am, right? It's not something like, oh, and by the way, I'm a secretary, whatever. I'm just making, pulling something out of my hat. Where that would be separate and you'd be like, whatever, I don't care what you say about that. Who cares? This is me. But also I got over that. And it's like, I don't care what you think. I know what I'm good at. You can thrive anywhere. So it's about releasing and surrendering, and that you make the best decisions you can with the information that you have at the time. And then, even if it's not perfect, even if you dislike it, you have to get to a point, you have a choice. I could go this whole year grumbling about this. This sucks. This is not where I'm supposed to be. I deserve better. Whatever. Or saying, you know what? The rent is not expensive. That's why I chose it. It's quiet. I can build. And I'll be out of here within a year, maybe less. Hey, my goal is to make so much that I don't have to stay a whole year, and I can just pay this off and I can walk out and I can go do something else and travel and do much more fun stuff, do retreats with you guys and really start doing things on a much bigger level, right? Anything can happen in a second. Like literally, I could do a deal tomorrow, say to this person who owns this place, you know what? I have to leave because I'm going to start traveling. I'm going to go to Italy with my colleague. We're going to do some new cool things as consultants. And you know what? Here's your rent for the year, whatever. Or he'll let me off and move. Anything can happen. But the key is you need to be able to thrive no matter where you are. How do you do that? You accept it, you embrace it, and then you surrender. It's okay. I'm safe. I'm okay. It's not perfect. Maybe your job isn't perfect, but you can use it as fuel. And no matter what, you will continue to move forward and do better. So that's point number one. And I have notes, that's why I'm looking down. However, point number two. So the devil can always use this against you, and he will. And especially for the empathic HSPs, the 11, 22s, 33s. This will come to you as in, I'm a failure. Where I'm at, this was the type of place I would have had when I was, I don't know, 30, whatever, how could you, what's wrong with you, right? Or, you're not good enough, or you're all by yourself, you're alone, into you're different, into holy hell, you as an empath, you as an 11 or 22 or 33, you are way different than other people, normal people. You're totally alone. You're totally separate. Forget about it, right? That's what this can turn into if you let it. And then it will be there's something wrong with you, right? And that is the biggest lie the devil always tells us. You're never alone. What you need to do is reconnect back in immediately to your guides, to spirit. You need to reconnect back in to your archangels, to your totem animals, because once you go down that road and you start believing it, Now you're angry. Now you're alone. Now you're different. Now nobody understands me. And this is where I see so many of you struggle, right? And this is just a pattern. It's a loop. Here's the thing that you need to know. You need to get out of this and start accepting who you are, right? Accept your greatness. You are a queen. You are a king. You are a conqueror. You have been in many other lifetimes, and you need to in this lifetime. And this is a choice. And if you've been holding off for a long time, like I have been, why are you doing this? Why are you fighting it? Why are you fighting that? Because you are special. You are different. Well, I want to be like everybody else. I don't. Why would you want that? You want to be a sheep? I don't want to be a sheep. Because the sheep have no choice, right? These are all lies used to keep you where you are. So the devil wants you to think, I hate where I am. This is beneath me. My vibe has changed. I don't like this professionally or wherever you are personally. I shouldn't be here. I'm far beyond this. Okay, but this is where you are. Okay, well, nobody understands me, so I'm totally alone. I get this all the time from everybody, the 11s especially. I'm alone. Nobody gets me. We all know this. Guys, it's time to move on. It's time to get serious. And it's time to be like, move on with this stuff. Because you guys can look at free stuff on the internet all day long, days and weeks and months and years at a time. When are you finally going to be ready to say, okay, I'm ready for help now. I'm ready to accept that I'm different and move forward. And what if it's the best thing you ever do? You're only afraid because you don't see the other side, right? That's it. You are a queen. You are a king. We have had many lifetimes. You need to step into this because when you do that, that's where your power comes from. Nobody can do this for you. So step into it. Whatever it takes to do, whatever affirmations you have to say, you have to reconnect in with God, with spirit, with your totem animals, right? With your guides, and surrender and say, help me. And then let somebody like me and my colleague help you. Because that way, now you're standing on your own 2 feet, you're standing in your own power. Now you can start making the world the way you want it to be. So it's not like you responding, it's like you leading, because you're a leader. You just have to figure out if you want to move forward or not. And that's really all it comes down to. And some of you are going to say, I'm not ready. And hey, if you want to stay in the same loop, cool. But I am not staying in the loop. I am beyond that, far beyond that, right? I want to heal as many people as I can, and animals as well. I want to make a difference in the world. And this is my fuel. Where you are right now is not where you're going to be. Your circumstances are not who you are. Some of the greatest artists in older times lived in shambles until they got wicked famous, right? Or really rich or whatever. And even then, there were a lot of artists like Kurt Cobain. He was homeless a lot of the time. I don't know if you guys know that. And even when he got famous, he didn't like people pulling on him a lot, stuff like that. Artists, most people don't like that, especially as sensitives. And he said, I'm not comfortable, even though he had millions in the bank, he'd be like, I'm not staying at the Ritz. I just want a simple place. I don't need all that. Everyone's different. If you love it, cool. Go to the Ritz, totally fine. And then there's others of you that just want totally normal and simple. And some people even feel comfortable with just, bare bones. It's cool, whatever works for you. But just be honest with yourself. You have a choice to make, right? You are not your circumstances right now. Because every day I'm thinking of myself driving in my amazing Lamborghini or Ferrari or whatever. And I'm going to act accordingly. And if you have to put a tiara on your head every day, do it. Because that's who you are inside, right? It's not about showing that to the world. This is just for me, just how I feel, how I move in the world, because that is how you show up for others. It's about freedom. Does that make sense? There was another conversation I had just a day or so ago with my colleague. And so I am an eagle. And if you're 11, you're an eagle too. And he's like, stop being with the turkeys. I have heard this before, and I don't think I am with the turkeys. I certainly don't consider you guys turkeys. Obviously not. But the saying is true, and I hope you guys know the story. It's basically that there was an eagle. He was all by himself, and I guess he lost his parents, and he got grounded, and he was with the turkeys, and turkeys don't fly high like eagles do, and turkeys are on the ground hunting and pecking, and the man saw him and helped him, and he grew up thinking he was a turkey. The turkeys accepted him and helped him. And then one day when he started to fly, he flew super high and with the eagles, and the eagles were like, dude, what are you doing down there? And he's like, what? What do you mean? And they're like, those are turkeys. You're an eagle. You're supposed to be up here. They're down there. They're on the ground. We're up here. We don't do that. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm a turkey. He's like, they're like, no, you're not. You're an eagle. You're an eagle too. But how do you really see yourself? Do you see yourself as a turkey or an eagle? So he was challenging me. And I thought about it because I was like, he's like, just want to work with the eagles. I'm like, yeah, exactly, obviously. So the thought was, well, how the hell do you do that? You just are. You just do automatically. Okay. So, but then I thought, you know what? What if I'm making this harder than it really is? I am an eagle, and I know that. You're an eagle, and you know that. What if we're just making this harder than it really is? And all we have to do is reach out to other eagles and work with them. That's it. Because eagles can train turkeys, but that's the very beginning phase. And as you mature in what you offer and what you do, right? That's when you change and move up and you say, okay, listen, that's kind of, I call it like the baby pool. We're in the baby pool. Okay, that was last year. We're not doing that anymore. You guys can, other people can teach that stuff. Now we're moving on to much bigger things. So I had an idea, and it's going to be a 30-day project for myself, Project Eagle. Super simple. I'm going to be reaching out to people that I want to work with as a consultant for their business, helping them manifest the right clients, lose the scarcity mentality and bring in abundance mentality, and help them move forward, help them understand that they are eagles and they may be operating in a turkey mindset. And I will be reaching out to all of the eagles that I can find. Now, this is kind of scary, right? But I'm doing it as a, let's see what happens. What if? Why not? What do I have to lose? What do you have to lose? Do you think I'm crazy? Maybe, but I have nothing to lose. I know what I am. And I have to just embrace this. This is who I am. This is your choice. You can stay a turkey forever in fear, or you can move into, I'm an eagle, let's do this. So I am going to be starting a 30-day Project Eagle, and it's going to be super simple. Meet once a week and clear instructions on how to move forward, add clients to your business, or if you have a business, how to manifest the right clients, right? Helping you with the ego mentality. Losing the scarcity and I'm not enough to I am abundant and I'm freaking amazing. I'm a queen, I'm a king. Let's go. Act accordingly, people. There has to come a time when it's like we have to cut the apron strings and stop this bullshit. You have to take a hold of who you are. You're amazing. You're different. It's a good thing. Acknowledge it, embrace it, and move up. Let's go. So if you would like to join and you think this is a good idea, it's going to be super simple, but in 30 days, every day or every other day, well, for me, it'll be every day, I'll be reaching out to A-list people, artists, entrepreneurs, heart-centered entrepreneurs and leaders that I want to work with, where I can help you build your business. If you want to work with us, let me know in the comments. And if you're on the other side of this and you want to join the project, Eagle, let me know. Let's see what happens. You have nothing to lose because you are amazing, right? You are amazing and you deserve this. You have one life. So I hope this helped you. I would really like you guys to check out the project. And I would also like to invite each and every one of you to check out the Brave Academy. It is amazing and is transformative. And this is a big part of what we'll be working with in a consulting business portion of what we do, right? I love you all. Please tell me if you like this video. This was a bit more personal, but I'm hoping that this really resonates with you because it's time, you guys. I don't know about you guys. If you guys want to sit on the sidelines, awesome. If you want to stay in your loop, cool. If you don't want to move forward, great. If you want to keep looking at free content, awesome. I, however, am out of that, way, way beyond that. And I want to serve more people. And I want to help more businesses. And I want to serve more animals and humans. And I want to make a huge impact on the world because I know I can. And I know you can too. You just have to get over the fear and move forward. The Brave Academy helps individuals as well as businesses. I'll leave the links below. If you're interested in the project, Eagle, 30 days, let me know and I will make it happen very simply. All right, guys, I love you all. Take care and remember, you are not your surroundings. You are amazing and embrace who you truly are. Divine sentient being, act accordingly. All right, thanks, guys. Take care.